Bonnie on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Tom.
Yeah.
First-time listener from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm usually a listener of 960 during the day because I have political concerns. So this is the first time I've listened in the evening, and I'm quite shocked at your content.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. I guess we're doing it right.
Well, if that's what you're after, I'm kind of appalled at the fact that these women are calling in and actually agreeing with you and telling men to basically mistreat them.
Well, when you say mistreat, we're not saying to physically harm anybody.
Oh, well, the one wanted to be thrown up against the wall a few times, so that's good. If a guy threw me up against the wall, I think maybe I might be a little taken back. I mean, there's one thing of being a little aggressive in the heat of the moment. Being thrown up against the wall might be a little...
Again, no one is saying to physically harm anybody. Not me and not the callers.
Okay, well, that's a good thing, but I mean...
But, I mean, you would think that's obvious, and to most intelligent people out there it is.
Well, it just doesn't sound like the people calling in agree with that would be obvious. It sounds like that they actually would condone that.
I don't hear anybody here saying, I want to be in pain, I want somebody to hurt me.
Okay, we don't even need to go there because you're right. Maybe that's not the premise, but the premise of someone...
You can throw somebody against the wall without hurting them.
Okay, and like I said, we can move on to the fact of, if you're saying maybe it's bad for a guy to be too nice, I don't know what too nice
bad for a guy to be nice at all.
You think that's a bad thing?
Yes. Yes, if he wants to get laid, being nice is not the way to get it done.
Okay, well, probably with your type of women, you're probably right.
Well, yeah, the type of women who put out.
No, the type of women who don't respect themselves.
Well, again, we don't really care if they respect themselves. That's their problem.
Right, because you don't respect them. So why should you care if they respect themselves?
I don't respect anybody before they earn my respect, of course.
Earn your respect? How are they going to earn your respect when you're not giving them enough respect to say, you're saying, well, calling someone every day is annoying and
right. And you hear the women calling up and agreeing with me on this.
Well, that's why I had to get on my telephone and say, you know what?
But again, dear, you have passed your expiration date. You're not in the same demographic of women that we find attractive. So, of course, you're appalled by this.
You've never seen me.
Dear, at your age, it really doesn't matter. You're a 1987 BMW, okay? You probably were really hot in your day.
You're wrong.
But by now, time has passed.
I'm a 2005 Bentley.
Time has passed you by, darling. You're 38 years old. That's way past your prime.
You know what? That's when you start to know yourself and know you need to be respected as a woman. And that you
that's because you don't have the looks anymore to get away with what you got away with when you were 20.
You have no idea what I look like.
Dear, you're 38. That's all I need to know.
38-year-olds can look very hot.
Dear, but you know what? The hot ones don't live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, okay? Salma Hayek is very hot. But I must say that Darwinism is alive and well because hot chicks who live in places like Harrisburg or in Des Moines, Iowa, they move to L.A., New York, Boston, Dallas, Chicago.
So the rest of the rat race. That's what you call it.
They go to where the rich men are, and that's who they end up marrying.
I'm a rich woman. I don't need a rich man.
Well, again, and really attractive women don't have to go out there and earn their own money.
That is absurd. That's the most unbelievable thing. Really attractive women and very intelligent women want to earn their own money.
But again, really attractive women are rarely well-educated women. That's the way it works.
Oh,
that's one way to tell.
I have a million friends that are absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Dear, there are not a million. There are not a million women in Harrisburg, and of those who are there's not a million stunningly beautiful women.
It might be an exaggeration, but you're very wrong about that.
Well, my mom is from Pennsylvania, and I grew up on the East Coast, and I've been to Harrisburg, and I'm telling you, I did not see a million stunningly beautiful women, much less a million people who all know you.
Well, all I know is the people that know you and are listening to you right now are being misled.
Being misled? How?
Because you're telling them something that is misinformation.
I've had countless young women in the demographic that we men care about who've been calling in and confirming everything I've said.
Confirming it with people that don't know themselves, people that are...
We don't care whether they know themselves or not. You see, we care about the bottom line. As men, we care about getting the job done, D-U-N, done. And we want to get laid. If the woman whose vagina I'm accessing it doesn't respect herself or doesn't know herself, that's her problem. When she gets to know herself, I'll already have gotten what I want and moved on to the next victim.
Well, then whoever's with you deserves what they get.
But again, whoever's with me, they're not. Most of them are not with me for any more than a few weeks or a few months anyway.
Well, if the men that are listening right now, take your advice. They're going to be sadly rejected.
No, they're not. They're going to get laid. They're going to get laid.
Well,
that's what they're going to get.
Well, okay, so in other words, your market is empty-minded, simple women that say basically, you know what, yeah, mistreat me, and that's what I like. I'll give
Have you heard the callers we've gotten this hour?
Where are they going to be when they're 38?
You know what? By the time they're 38, we will have had them 10 years ago, at least.
See, that's what I mean.
They will be somebody else's problem.
I hope the women
Some other man will pluck them out of the recycle bin, and then they'll be happy to get what they got, a used car. Huh?
They don't want to be in a recycle bin. No, nobody wants to be in a recycle bin.
They're going to be in the recycle bin. Absolutely. All right, let's talk to some of these women. Hang on there, Bonnie. Now, Belle, what did you want to say here to Bonnie?
Oh, I just thought she was absolutely absurd. She has to be some old, wrinkly woman who just doesn't think that men are trying to get what they need, and all they really want is a good time and someone to give them a free...
So she must be a prostitute.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Close to
I just know that guys like to be with beautiful women, and they don't want someone wasting their time when all we really want is to have a good time and get laid.
So you want to be part of that. That's good for you, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, actually,
and move on to the next
my
one.
man come inside and rip my clothes off and throw me on the bed and just have his way with me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to get you far in life.
Oh, it's got me pretty far in life, and now I've got a really great guy that, you know, I'm the kinkiest bitch you know.
You successful business venture, or hear Belle talking about us having our way with her?
You'd rather hear Belle talking about what she's talking about.
That's right. And so would the vast majority of men listening to this program.
Pay the bills. It's not going to send you any kind of legacy.
See, that's it. See, for you, having sex is a matter of figuring out how to get the bills paid. Whereas for us, getting laid, ejaculation is very important to us.
Well, I know that.
Most women these days just take advantage of men and use their money, and when they're done and their money's all dried up, they're hightailing out of it. They don't take care of their men. They don't treat them right. They don't cook them food. They don't make sure they, however they need it. They just don't treat them right. And men need to be treated right, and they need to make sure they got a freaky bitch to take care of them.
Why are you so concerned about them? What about you? Who takes care of you? What about your self-esteem? Do you have any of that?
My self-esteem is out.
You fell that out a long time ago.
I know my man ain't going to leave me because I'm the freakiest chick he knows.
Yeah, well, he might find one freakier one day, and you'll be in his
no, baby, he won't, because anything he wants, I'm down with
Guess what? If he follows his pecker like that with someone like you, he will find something else. I guarantee
it.
No,
he doesn't, because
he has to be about more than
that.
I just
want to know if he's going to do it so I can... I don't care if he brings some hoe home. More power to you, baby. I want to watch at the very least.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard such a thing. It's amazing.
See,
I think there are people like you on the planet. I didn't think there were people like you on the planet.
You're too old.
Honey, you don't even have a clue how...
I'm sure I do, baby doll.
Oh, well, I'm not old and wrinkly. I got news for you. I work out 4 times a week. I have a great body.
Well, I don't work out at all. I just let my old man give me cardio, work out my heart, keep my legs pumping,
That's good. I think that's great. If you guys love and respect each other, more power to you.
Absolutely.
But
do what you got to do. I'll do what I do. And if I find some chick, I'll bring her home. You can, too.
It's not about respect. What you're teaching and what you're talking about. No, it isn't. There's not an ounce of respect in it. It's all about physical, animalistic bullshit. What it is. It's animalistic, basicness.
Animalistic. That's what they're there for.
Caveman kind of attitude is where you are.
Burly man to just be the man, okay? I don't want to have to pull his pants up and button them for him. Be the man. I'm the woman. I can take care of the kitchen stuff.
I don't know. Tom, you know what? This isn't my kind of conversation.
Wait a minute. Hang on. We got another person for you. Stephanie, what did you want to say to Bonnie here?
Bonnie, what is wrong with you? You need to just shut up. Seriously? Okay.
Well, that's a clever thought there. You need to shut up.
Okay,
why don't we pull out another one?
Okay, you need to just stop. All right. Hold on. Now, I completely agree with Tom because I was just simply my boyfriend just like not too long ago, how I was remembering all of these stories like of my own past of like by 16, I was turning around guys like who were, so nice. So nice. And yeah, I dumped them pretty quickly. And it's just you just know these things. By the time you're that age, you know these things. I don't understand where you're coming from.
You're 16, but what do you do? Where are you women going to be once you're not 16 anymore? You're going to be used up by these guys. They don't treat women nicely.
We are not getting dumped by these guys. That's the thing. It's like you're thinking too much of like relationship. That's not the point of this entire conversation. What Tom is trying to do is like tell guys how to get laid. This is what he always says. If you were listening, of course, you said you were a first-time listener, so you wouldn't know that. But that's the whole point of this whole show. It's not trying to, like, it's not about that. You need to understand that first before you start talking. Before you call up and bring up all these ideas.
If it is just about getting laid, and actually I think, well, what would be more accurate to say is that not every woman ticks the same, and there's probably a lot of women on the planet that really like guys treating them nicely. Too nicely or overly attentive or smothering. No, that's not even normal.
All right. Bonnie, Stephanie, thank you for the call.